What goes on, guys? We're back here again with another review, and today we're taking a look at something that the box is a lot bigger than I thought it was. We're going to be taking a look at the Mythic Legions Figura Obscura for Horseman Studios Jersey Devil. Now, for those who don't know, Legions Con is in New Jersey, so that's why they wanted to start their new cryptid line with that, and it's pretty awesome. I love all the artwork on the side. The back looks great. I would have liked if the figure matched this a little bit more, to be completely honest with you, but I understand why. Really, really cool read up there. You can pause and read that and get to see on the side here some awesome artwork. And then in true full Horseman style, the front piece comes off and you have like a little display. It's magnetic. It's a beautiful piece of artwork there. And then you have the rest of the box here. It looks like it's very similar imaging on the sides, and then you get to see the figure inside. So yeah, I didn't pre-order this when it first went up. I said, oh, I'm going to Legions Con. I'm just going to get it there. Hopefully it'll be there. And luckily it was. So I was able to pick it up at Legions Con, and I'm so happy that I did. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this Jersey Devil up. So getting the Jersey Devil out of the packaging, I cannot believe that I was considering skipping on this guy, because this is amazing. Holy crap. I do have a couple slight issues with this guy, but nothing that like really destroys my whole perspective on it. Like, he is awesome. So taking a look, let's bring the camera up a little bit. Taking a look at the old head sculpt here. I mean, geez, man. That is an insane head sculpt. I mean, what is he? A horse, a deer, a dog, you know, he's his own thing, man, and it's just so freaking sick. I love the fur from his beard to his neck. Looks great. Oh man, the antlers look fantastic, very demonic, but also very natural, you know. Get the body. I like that they chose the long-armed skinny body. I think that works. And then the hooved legs. I don't know if these are reuse of another figure. That's definitely one of my issues we'll talk about, but I don't know if they're reuse or whatever. He's got that nice cod piece, you already know, but I do wish that they kind of did that a little different, like maybe glue that down, you know, because kind of does look like he's hanging, but maybe he is. Maybe that was intentional, who knows, but I love these legs. Double jointed pinless knees. Are we serious? Let's go, baby. Let's go on Mythic Legions. Come on now. You already know what's up. 4 Horsemen, you guys are the best. Love the black skin tone. Looks great. Get to see the back. That looks great. Of course, he's got these huge wings that are transparent. Oh, man. The, like, amber color is so nasty, but works so well. I don't know if that's picking up on camera. They're so pointy. I love the wings. That, like, amber color is so nice. And then, of course, you get the tail. Now, on one hand, I love the tail. It is the best bendy wire I've ever seen in an action figure. Look at that. How do they do that? Why are not all companies doing this? It is such a good bendy wire, but it just doesn't plug in his butt good enough. So I'm going to probably just glue the ball joint on there, or the peg or whatever, just because I don't really want it falling out. I'm going to try to mount him like, what do you call it? Like on my ceiling. But yeah, I mean, he's just so sick. Like, he just looks badass. I mean, look at those wings, the red eye. Oh man, I would have maybe preferred, again, if they went a little bit more traditional with them, with like that weird like 2-legged thing that they have on the box. But I understand why they didn't do that, and this is just as good. I mean, this is just awesome. But of course, it's 4 Horsemen, so he's got to come with a bunch of accessories. But I will say the accessories are a little light on him, but he's a bigger figure and still costs the same, so I'm not too upset about it. You do get this stand, and I don't like it because it barely holds it like won't even hold the weight of itself. So it's like one of those like wired one, or like not wired, but like metal rod ones that like clicks. I don't love this. I mean, it'll hold him, I guess, but like it barely gets him off the ground. It's big. It's not transparent. It's just not for me. Not for me. But it would have been cooler if maybe this was like a scene, like a forest or something. But the fact that it's just like, man, I can't get this guy in the angle. But the fact that it's just like orange is just kind of lame. So Not a huge fan of the stand here, but that's okay. I don't really like using stands anyway. He does come with a little booklet that gives you information about Four Horsemen and the Jersey Devil. I mean, like, that's so awesome. New Jersey. But this is what matters, baby. Philadelphia, because you already know. But yeah, this is pretty cool if you want to read up on his lore. And then, of course, you get the actual accessories. So he's going to get 2 interchangeable hands that are grip hands. These are like clawed hands. These do come off, but I'm going to leave them on there. You get this femur bone. This is a right femur of something. It's a large femur. And then you get this mandible that is a left-sided mandible, which is pretty damn cool. This looks like a cow or a horse, maybe, based off of the size. Probably a horse, but yeah, this is awesome. I really, really like the way that this looks. I haven't found the key on this guy. Don't they always put the key, the Four Horsemen key, somewhere? I have not found it. If you guys know where it is, let me know. But I have not found it on this guy. So, but yeah, the bands look great. The bones look great. And then you get this skull, which I assume is like a skull of him because it doesn't really look like anything I know. If anything, it would be like a coyote, maybe a bear, but it's a little too long for a bear. It looks canine. He looks kind of canine, but it doesn't have the antlers on him. So I'm going to assume it's like a coyote or a wolf or something. Maybe a fox. But then again, it has like, these aren't like what, I don't know. I think it's just, I need to stop trying to be a scientist, a biologist with it. Cause I don't think it's an actual skull. I think it's a more or less an interpretation of him without the antlers, but we'll see. And then, because you can plug this on to his head. So technically it is an interchangeable head. I use them just to hold it, or I use this, I would just have him hold it. But it does technically plug on there. So it doesn't look great, but I mean, maybe certain angles it would look cool. But what I care about and what I'm going to be using is this ridiculously cool interchangeable head. Oh man, I can't get that on there. All right, look at that bad boy. The teeth, the forked tongue, the expression. That is a head sculpt, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, you're nuts if you're not using that. That is crazy. That is a crazy head sculpt. So yeah, I'm definitely leaving that one on. But yeah, not the most accessories, but they're accessories that I like. So I'm okay with it. Now, I will say the joints got a little loose on him. The hips on mine got really loose. Luckily, I am going to be... they're not so loose like to where he won't stand, but it's a little frustrating. So the wings are on a hinge. They were kind of a bitch to get into. They'll swivel and hinge, and then up here at the top, they'll kind of go all the way. And I think that this is a really good way to do it. It's very bat-like. Yeah, I like the wings a lot. They'll hinge out. So you have no problem with the wings. They'll probably get a little loose over time, but I'm okay with that, I guess. So the the head goes all the way around on the ball joint. He's got that hunched thing, so he can't look forward that much. I mean, I get it. I was kind of hoping that this whole piece was like a sliding piece, but it's not. So a little unfortunate, not the end of the world. Shoulders will go up that far. They'll go down. They will go all the way around. Just gotta get the wing out of the way. Single jointed rotating elbow with a wrist that swivel and hinge. And the gripping hands do not have a vertical hinge. Ball peg at the waist goes down and back, rotate, pivot. So a little gappy going backwards, but I mean, you want them hunched forward, really, anyway. I mean, like, ew, that's awesome. Hips go forward that far. They'll go back. Upper thigh swivel. They'll kick out that far. They're kind of loose this way, so it's kind of annoying. Double jointed, pinless knees at the stifle. And then the hock goes down and up and rotates, and then the pastern, or the coffin joint, goes a little tight on him, but it'll go down and up and pivot. So this is the perfect way to do a jitter grit leg. And I mean, it's a horse leg. Like, that's essentially what this is. So yeah, I love it. I cannot believe I almost passed on this, but I think the articulation really does work. And I showed the ball peg in the tail. I think it works great. Now, if you didn't get the memo before, he's a big boy. So here he is next to the NECA Toys King Kong along with the Jazzwares Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely. Here he is next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Series Darwin. And then finally here he is next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If Series Zombie Captain America. So it shouldn't be any surprise, but some of you might be wondering, yo, Ant, what are your final thoughts on old Jersey Devil here? And I gotta say, he's as scary as Jersey itself. This figure is freaking amazing. The paint is incredible. The articulation is what it needs to be. The accessories are awesome. I mean, just look at that freaking head sculpt, man. I love, like, the, you know, kind of weapons, like, I assume he makes for himself. The tail is awesome. I just wish that it plugged in better. I did put some glue in there. But I love that bendy wire. The wings are great. The hooves are awesome. It is just a damn near perfect figure. Just, I guess, the QC in the sense of, I do think he's a little loose already, and the tail is pretty frustrating. But those things can be easily overlooked when you have a figure as good as this. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. So at a price point of $65 for this guy, I'm still going to give him a 9 out of 10. I think he's fantastic. I like it a lot. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post on all those apps. And I have a great time, so I am sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You coppin'? See you guys next one. Peace. Go Birds, dickhead!
As long as I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.